is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. I told Satan, get thee behind. Victory today is mine. My father was a pastor of a small church over there on Simpson Street, right across the railroad track. And my mother was a singer, and my brother played the piano, and my other three sisters, we were the Norwood singers, Norwood gospel singers. When I finished school, I had a scholarship waiting in Morris Brown, but I decided to bypass the scholarship for a minute, and I migrated to Chicago. When I got to Chicago, the same day that I got to Chicago, a friend of mine named Gloria Griffin said, Mahalia is singing over at 44th Street Baptist Church. Said, let's go over there. So I went over there, and somebody sent a note up and said that it's a gospel singer, young lady in the audience, let her sing a song. And that launched my career. No, what happened was Mahalia, when I finished singing, we were standing in line waiting to get an autograph from her. And she told me, she looked back there and she said, don't you go nowhere. I want to see you. I said to myself, I'll be right here. What do you think I came all the way up here for? The very same night that I got to Chicago at 8 o'clock in the morning, and by midnight, Mahalia was saying, do you want to go on the road and sing? You know, I started out working at a little overall factory before I left Atlanta. And when I got to Chicago, I haven't had a job since. Nothing but singing. As of today, I've recorded, I have 53 albums. And when I started, that's my little dog snowing. Hush. When I started, it was just a wonderful thing. It was a joy in my heart. Whereas I used to make say $15 a week on a little job, and I went from that to say $50 or $60 a night singing with the caravans, and sometimes $100. And God just lifted me to higher heights. And that doesn't sound like much, but back in the day, we were talking about back in the 50s and 60s, that was big money on that. Right. Mick Jagger was in Los Angeles, and he went to a gospel record store, and he asked for some gospel. He said, I want to put some, we're doing a 1972 gospel tour, and I like to put a gospel singer on it. And so they gave him different artists. They gave him three of my CDs. And they called me the gospel storyteller. And that's what I was doing. I was telling stories. And he said, that's the one I want. And it's a long story. I went on the road and I sang with them like a lot of one of my favorites. She went home to be with the Lord, and we used to travel together. She and her father used to take us around, and that was Aretha Franklin. And of course, Stevie Wonder was on the tour with us with the Rolling Stones. it's just the list just goes on and on. We did a video with some gospel singers, most gospel singers. And when I look at that video now, Bill Gaither, he had a gospel group. And when I look at that video and I see all of those singers, you know, about 30, Billy Preston. I could go down the line. Billy Preston was one of the best organ players in the world. But I could go down the line with all the singers. Do you know they gone on to about 35 or 40 of them have passed away? Mahalia Jackson. I can just name them. But they have passed away and I'm still here. That. The Journey Continues. That's the name. The one that I did back about 4 or 5 years ago was called An Incredible Journey. So when I got ready to start this one, which is not quite finished yet, I turned it right around and said, The Journey Continues. And that's all of it in a nutshell. I can't say what songs that people will love, but I'm sure that they will say something that will touch somebody's heart.